highlight the eye, I redid the highlights, and I also put again this lemonade in here, and that's going to highlight it again in here and in here. If you put the lemonade again on those two places, it's gonna highlight again. Now the other side will also have this thing that we put in here. It's like part of the lid of the eye. And we're gonna put it also on this side, but in this side you cannot see it as much as you see it in here. Somehow I need to do it like this. Let's take some of the coral shell in there. And then it is darker on the outside. Okay. Now, okay, so I floated banana cream, and I'm gonna do it again. I want to leave the green. I don't want to cover the green. And I'm just doing it on one eye, on this eye. So this eye, in here, I floated some of the banana cream. But I want to leave the green underneath. I want to make sure that I have this dark in here. This is black, soft black. And I'm gonna deepen that with black. So I'm gonna take black and I'm gonna float black. I'm gonna float black in the inside. It is very dark in here, so we don't need it as much as in the other one. Okay. So not see the upper section of that tiny bit. When you start doing lines, and I put some lines of banana cream in there, and I'm gonna put some lines of banana creams in here. I'm gonna put some in here too, but first I need to put some of the black sections. See, I'm gonna put some. I put some in here. And it has some in here. Oops, that's too. Make sure you have water in the liner and stand out perpendicular so it is to light in there. So we are going to do that, but I want to do the black sections which I lost. Okay, so one was, and I'm just going to put them without putting the pattern. So one is in here. Gonna blend soft black plus black. So this is light, light, and it was in here. I think I'm gonna put soft black on my palette. Okay, so I am putting the soft black back in some of these areas. I lost all my black spots, and I am going to also put lines. Gonna put some black with that soft black. Some areas are stronger than others. I am putting black plus soft black. Black plus soft black. And then in that area I'm gonna take quarter shell plus black. Let's put it with with some burgundy, rose sienna. So rose sienna, let's use our Rainier Coral Shell rose sienna, Coral Shell rose sienna, and a tiny bit of soft black. Okay, let's take some of that rose sienna. Okay, let's continue then with the soft black plus black. Okay, soft black plus black. Continue with the soft black plus black. There's one more in here. Okay, I want to shade again. Well, I don't like what I did in there. I'm going to take liner and fix that. Make it more real. And let's see, there's one in here. There's another one in here. Another one in there. And there's one here. You can wing it like I'm doing, or you can put back your pattern if you want to. You want to put back your pattern, you're welcome to do that. But you need to put more of the okay, let's go to the banana cream. Put some banana cream in here. I'm gonna put all the colors that I put so I can put more detail. Okay, so we are doing liner work. Let's see, we're putting it on this section here, and I'm gonna take the orange flame mixture. That's orange flame plus burnt sienna. Let's put some lines of these. Let's put some line of that also on this section. Let me go the so that you can see where I am. So I'm just putting orange flame lines, orange flame mixture which has a tiny bit of burnt sienna. Skinny lines. Skinny lines. Okay, so let's take some skinny lines of mustard seed. Mustard seed. mustard seed. Mustard seed. Detailing. Mustard seed. Steak orange flame plus burnt sienna in that section is dark. Okay, orange flame plus burnt sienna also in here. And in here. Okay, let's put some of that burnt sienna in here. Skinny lines. We can put some of this orange flame plus burnt sienna in here. Let them go on top of that. Okay, let's take some of that. I forgot to put black and soft black. Let's continue with the yellows and red, and then we can put some soft black and black. So this is banana cream. Banana cream. That's banana cream. Is I'm gonna mix banana cream and mustard seed and coral shell. Let's see. And here. Let's put a tiny bit of water. Let's take coral shell and put that in there. Put a tiny bit of coral shell. Maybe a tiny bit of burnt sienna with that coral shell. Go to chill. Orange Flame, Coral Chill, tiny bit of Honey Brown. Take a tiny bit of water. Let's put some more of the Orange Flame in there. Let's take Burnt Sienna plus Orange Flame. And that changes instantly. So we have to put some soft black. Soft black and black. Soft black and black. Be careful when you open your bottles because sometimes you end up with paint on your hands. Okay, this is soft black plus black. Oopsie daisy. Okay, I see one that is black. And most of them are, let's put them with, instead of putting them with white, I'm putting them with oyster beige. But on this side, they're not as light, so let's put oyster beige with a tiny bit of soft black. And I'm just going to put these whiskers with this mixture, and I will be right back. Whiskers. The ones on the right are done with white, and the ones on the left are painted with white plus, oyster beige plus a tiny bit of soft black, and the one at the top are painted with quarter shell with a tiny bit of honey brown. This one's at the top. Okay, we have not finished the details, but I wanted to put those in. So we are working. Let's take some of this coral shell and put some lines in here with coral shell, and that's too light, so tiny bit of the orange flame with the coral shell. Okay, let's just take burgundy wine, put some lines of burgundy wine, take some honey brown, put some lines of honey brown, honey brown, and to fix the mouth, and we have to fix the ears yet, and we have to fix the top. So we are going to take the oyster beige plus soft black, and make a gray color. We don't want to see black showing in there. Then we can take some oyster beige alone and highlight. Okay, let's highlight with white in here. And let's take oyster beige plus white. And oyster beige plus soft black, oops, Daisy. Okay. Oopsie daisy. And then in here, since you have too much water on the brush, this is after beige plus soft black. And then white. 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 And white. Tiny details. Okay, then oyster beige. Oyster beige. Tiny details. Tiny, tiny, tiny details. Tiny, 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 tiny details. Oopsie daisy. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave that section like that. Let's see. Let's take some oyster beige, soft black, and extend some of these out. Some extended. Okay. So I'm gonna leave this like that, and I'm gonna work now on the remainder of the ears. Let's see, I want to, since this is the eye that is not in the shadow, I want to take banana cream and highlight some of these. See, I think I did already on the other side, and I highlighted some on the other side. Maybe we can highlight some. Let's take some coral shell plus honey brown. Let's put that same color in the other side. Let's put it like this. Take a tiny bit of the orange flame with that coral shell. I'm gonna put that orange flame plus coral shell in this edge in here, and I'm gonna bring some out like that. The more of these lines that you put, the better finish it will look. Now I'm gonna take the honey brown plus a tiny bit of soft black, and I'm gonna put some on the edge. More of the soft black. Okay. See, we can put, this is very dark, but you can put a simulation that there are some lines in there. Just a simulation. Let's see. see, Coral and Burgundy. Let's see. Work on the ears. And on this section in the back, let's see. Take black, the soft black, and work on this. Then let's take some coral shell and highlight some of these. Maybe coral shell with burgundy. Take some burgundy and tint some areas. Okay, let's work on this area in here. Coral shell plus burgundy. Take some soft black. Orange plain plus the soft black. Okay, let's wait until that dries, and we have to do another coat of the. While that dries, we have to do another shading. Let's start with the ear, and let's wet the ears. Both ears we're wetting. And let's start with the float of soft black in here. And in here. And in here, and in here. Let's see the other one. just float from here to there and inside. Let's let that dry. Take a liner and white. Liner. With white. And like what I did, if you don't like something, you clean it. Okay. Because this is where the light is hitting in there. Light hits in some places, but not in too many places. He has a lot of areas of shadow in his face. Back to the ear, and we are wetting, and this is separated in here like that, and it goes from here to there. Let's take, that was burgundy, and now we're gonna take soft black. And you have a section in here. Goes like this. And like that. Let's blend that in there. Like that. And then it has less shade in here. That shade in there. And maybe start with banana cream. Banana cream. This is banana cream. also highlight the back in here like that, and this section in here like that. Take soft black, another section in here that we have to separate. Like that. And then I'm gonna take oyster beige and highlight that section. That's too light. Oyster beige plus soft black. Let's highlight this, put this color in here too, and in here. Oyster beige plus soft black. Then take some lines, soft black plus oyster beige. Let's put some lines in here. Let's take some burnt sienna. Oops. Let's put burnt sienna with something else. Let's put burnt sienna plus soft black. Some honey brown. Okay, let's take a liner, and I'm gonna try to see if I put a tiny bit of honey brown with my oyster beige and start making these lines in here. They're very long. That's a good color. We have to highlight this a tiny bit more before we continue with the slides. Take that same color, honey brown plus oyster beige. And highlight this a tiny bit more. Okay, so I'm gonna continue adding all these lines with oyster beige plus honey brown in here, and you don't need me to see this in camera because it's gonna take a lot of time, and we'll be right back. Before I continue, I want to do another highlight, and this is coral shell. And I'm gonna put coral shell in here like that, and then I want to put white, and I have dirty brush, and I'm gonna put white on the other side. And I put white on the other side. I put white in this side and coral shell on that. And I'm going to let that dry. Let that dry because I'm going to put coral shell on the edge of that white. Like that. Let's put some coral shell in the tip in here, and let's put some coral shell in the tip in here, like that, and let's put some coral shell in the tip in here. And soft black. Okay, let's continue with the hairs. We can continue with the hairs. You get to this area, you have to add some coral shell, orange flame, and you have to add some of that honey brown. Honey brown. So honey brown, orange flame, and coral shell. That make sure you can put also on the tips in here. Oopsie daisy. So in the tips you can put the lighter version, the darker version that you put it in here. Let's do some honey brown in here. Oops. There's some honey brown in here. And then we have to reapply the shading. We're gonna first work on the other ear. Put some other colors on this area, such as burnt sienna plus orange flame, and let's take some soft black and put some more darks. Okay, we're putting darks. Okay, let's go back. We have to highlight the nose. Gonna take coral shell with a tiny bit of burnt sienna. And I'm gonna wet it. And I'm gonna put it in the top. Like that. And put a tiny bit of this on the bottom in these sections. Need a tiny bit more. Okay, we're gonna highlight the other ear with coral shell plus a tiny bit of burnt sienna. In here. We should have wet that before doing this. But we're just gonna blend it in there. Then I'm gonna take the same color and I'm gonna put it in here. Like that. And to clean when I'm dirty. That was coral shell. And now we have to take soft black. There's a dark section in here. Gonna take soft black plus coral shell and make the insinuation of that section in there. Let's take more soft black, and I think I have to put some cranberry wine. Oopsie daisy. Sometimes it comes too much of the color, and I want to save my colors, so I have to clean it. So let's start again. We were gonna put cranberry wine. Let's put cranberry wine there. No, that's not the right color. Okay, so cleaning this thing that I put in there. And let's take coral shell. A tiny bit of cranberry wine. Tiny bit of soft black. Okay, let's see. And we have some same thing that we have in the other side. We have it here, but it's very dark. So we're just gonna put it, and we're gonna shade it and make it disappear. Okay, and then let's wait until that dries. I'm gonna deepen the soft black behind that. And here. And in here. Okay, so want to make that disappear. So I'm going to waiting for it to dry, and I'm gonna glaze it with soft black. Let's glaze again with soft black and cranberry wine. And let's take coral shell, cranberry wine, and soft black. And just highlight a tiny section of that in here. I'm gonna blend that in the background. Okay, that is something that you don't see that much, but I'm gonna strengthen the shading on the other side in here. That's how you see it, because it's shaded in there and behind. Mostly that's how you see it. Okay, so let's put some hair, let it dry, and put some hairs. And this time the hairs are going this way, and let's see, we're gonna make the hairs with cranberry wine, coral shell, and soft black. So cranberry wine, coral shell, and soft black. We need water. Let's see how, if it shows or not. It shows. It can have a tiny bit more of the soft black. So I'm gonna be now doing these hairs in here, and I will be returning as soon as I'm done with the hairs. So now I'm gonna take cranberry wine, and I'm gonna put some cranberry wine on this side on top of this orangey that I have in there. Cranberry wine. Put some cranberry wine. This is has to be, you have to have the orange before you put this cranberry wine, because if not, it's gonna look too much wine. Some areas that you have the orange, that you can put this cranberry wine. And adding this color makes combine the background that we use of cranberry wine on the frame. Now let's let this dry a tiny bit, and what I'm gonna do, I have to clean that nose. I think the nose is misshapen. I'm gonna check the shape of the nose with the pattern, and fix it. And before we are done, Just have to have a very dark shading underneath the nose. So I'm gonna put black in here. In there. And make sure I don't dirty anything else. In there and in here. Okay, and there's a dark in here. Let's take some black. Okay, I want to wait until it dries. And then what I'm gonna do is I want to put another cast shadow, very dark shadow, and maybe this time, let's see, it's wet. It's dry, that section. We're gonna put it in here, going like this. Let's take some black, very sheer black, and make sure that this is wet and very sheer black, and it comes from here, and I didn't wet this part. This is very dark in here, and it continues in here. And it's very dark in here. In here. Like that. And also is black also in there. Here.